Some places don't haunt people, they remember them. I know how impossible that sounds. I wouldn't have believed it either, until my family spent 3 nights in a cabin that shouldn't have known our names, our birthdays, or the memories we'd never shared with anyone. When we finally escaped, there were 6 of us, but only 5 returned home, and according to every official record, there had only ever been 5. My name is Noah. This happened last December. My parents wanted one last family vacation before my older sister left for college. It was supposed to be simple. Just 4 days in the mountains. No internet, no work, no school, just family. My father, Daniel, my mother, Sarah, my 16-year-old sister, Emma, my 8-year-old brother, Ben, and me. We rented an old wooden cabin through a vacation website. The pictures looked beautiful: snow-covered trees, a frozen lake, a stone fireplace, exactly what we wanted. The price was unbelievably cheap. Looking back, that should have been our first warning. The owner never met us. Instead, he sent a message. The key is under the lantern. No welcome, no instructions. Just that. When we arrived, the road ended in front of the cabin. Beyond it, only forest. Miles and miles of silent forest. The air felt strangely still. Even the wind had stopped. Ben looked around and whispered, "Why are there no birds?" None of us answered, because he was right. There wasn't a single sound. The cabin looked older than the photos. The wood was faded, the windows were cloudy, the porch creaked beneath every step. My father found the key exactly where the owner said it would be. He unlocked the door. The smell hit us immediately. Old wood, dust, and something else. Something faint, like smoke from a fire that had gone out years ago. Inside, everything was spotless, no dust, no cobwebs, as if someone had cleaned the place only hours earlier. A fire was already burning in the fireplace. My father frowned. "We're the first guests this week." "So who lit the fire?" Nobody laughed. While everyone unpacked, I noticed something hanging above the fireplace, a family photograph. 5 people stood in front of the same cabin. The picture looked decades old. Their faces were faded, almost impossible to recognize. But one thing stood out. The youngest boy looked exactly like my little brother. Same face, same smile, same blue jacket. Ben had never been here before. I called everyone over. By the time they looked, the picture was different. The boy was gone. Only 4 people remained. My sister rolled her eyes. "You probably looked too fast." Maybe I had. Maybe. That night, the snow became heavier, the road disappeared beneath it, we cooked dinner, played cards, tried to enjoy ourselves. Slowly, the strange feeling faded. For a while, everything felt normal, until Ben asked a question, one I'll never forget. "Mom, when did Grandma live here?" The room went silent. My mother frowned. "What do you mean?" Ben pointed toward the hallway. "I saw her. She smiled at me, and she told me this used to be our house." My grandmother had died 8 years earlier. Ben had been a baby. He couldn't possibly remember her. My father checked every room. Nobody was there. Every window was locked. Every door was closed. He blamed Ben's imagination. Ben didn't argue. He just looked toward the hallway again, as if someone was still standing there, watching. That night, at exactly 2:41 a.m., I woke up. Not because of a noise, because of a smell. Fresh coffee. I walked downstairs. The kitchen light was on. Someone was sitting at the dining table. An old woman, gray hair, blue sweater. She looked painfully familiar. She smiled at me. Then she said, "Noah, you finally came home." I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I blinked, and she was gone. Only an empty coffee cup remained on the table, still warm. I ran upstairs and woke my parents. They searched the cabin. Nothing. No footprints, no open doors. Nothing. My father thought I'd had a nightmare. I wanted to believe him. Until my little brother quietly asked, "Did Grandma make coffee again?" The cabin knew our past. Morning came, but none of us felt rested. The snow outside had stopped. The forest remained silent. No birds, no wind, nothing. Just absolute silence. I kept thinking about the old woman. Her face, her smile. The way she said my name, as if she'd been expecting me. At breakfast, my father tried to lighten the mood. Bad dreams happen in strange places. Everyone forget about last night. Nobody replied. Ben quietly stirred his cereal, then suddenly asked, "Why is Grandma angry?" My mother froze. "What?" Ben looked toward the staircase. "She said we forgot her." No one was standing there. My father lost his patience. "Enough. No more ghost stories. We're here to relax." After breakfast, we decided to explore the area. Maybe getting outside would help. The cabin suddenly felt too small, too quiet, too aware. As we walked toward the frozen lake, I noticed something strange. Our footprints disappeared. Not slowly, instantly. Every step we took behind us vanished beneath untouched snow. Emma stopped walking. "Do you guys see that?" We all turned around. The path behind us was empty, as if nobody had ever walked there. My father forced a laugh. The wind must be covering them. But there wasn't any wind, not even a breeze. Halfway to the lake, we found an old wooden swing hanging from a massive oak tree. It looked ancient. Its ropes were dark with age, yet it was moving, slowly, back and forth, back and forth. No wind, no person, just the swing, moving by itself. Ben smiled. "She's waiting." Before anyone could ask who, he started walking toward the swing. My mother grabbed his arm. "Ben, what are you doing?" He looked confused. "I thought Grandma wanted me." The moment he said those words the swing stopped moving. Completely. We immediately returned to the cabin. None of us wanted to stay outside anymore. When we opened the front door, the smell of fresh bread filled the house. Someone had baked. The kitchen table was covered with warm food. Homemade bread, soup, roasted vegetables, exactly the kind of meals my grandmother used to make. My mother turned pale. "We didn't cook this." My father searched every room again. Nothing. Every door was still locked from the inside. Then Emma noticed something. A small handwritten note beside the bread. "Welcome home." No signature, no fingerprints, nothing. My father threw every plate into the trash. "No one touches this." That afternoon, the electricity suddenly went out. Only for a few seconds. When the lights returned, the furniture had changed. The couch was different. The curtains were different. The wallpaper looked newer. Almost like we'd traveled back in time. Emma whispered, "That's impossible." Then she pointed toward the hallway. Family photographs now covered the walls. Hundreds of them. Every single picture showed our family. Camping, Christmas, birthdays, vacations. The problem was, we had never taken any of those photos. One picture showed my parents holding a baby. The date underneath read December 24th, 2003. I wasn't born until 2005. Another showed Emma standing beside an old piano. She stared at it. "I've never played piano." Then her expression changed. I remember this." We all looked at her. "I remember this room." Her voice trembled. "I remember learning piano here." My mother shook her head. "No, you don't. We've never been here." Emma slowly touched the photograph. Tears filled her eyes. "I have. I just forgot." The room became silent. Then, the grandfather clock in the corner rang. 3 times, even though it was only 2 in the afternoon. The sound echoed through the cabin. Boom! Boom! Ben smiled. "She says dinner is almost ready." My father grabbed the car keys. "We're leaving. Right now." We rushed outside, loaded everything into the SUV. My father started the engine. Nothing. He tried again. Nothing. The dashboard lights flickered. Then every screen inside the car displayed the same message. "You just got home." The engine died. Behind us, the cabin door slowly opened by itself, and someone was standing inside the doorway, watching us. She looked exactly like my grandmother. But this time, she wasn't smiling. Her face looked exactly like my grandmother's. Every wrinkle, every strand of gray hair, every detail, except her eyes. They were completely black. Not dark brown, not shadowed, black, like empty holes. Ben smiled. "There you are." Then he started walking toward her. My mother grabbed him. Hard. "No." Ben struggled. "You're hurting me. Grandma wants to show me something." The woman slowly raised one hand and waved. Not at all of us, only at Ben. My father shouted, "Get in the car!" He turned the key again. The engine sputtered, then died. The dashboard flashed once more. "Welcome back, Daniel." My father's face went pale. He had never entered his name into the car. Then another message appeared. You never left. The screen went black. When we looked back at the cabin, the woman was gone. The front door slowly closed by itself. Nobody spoke for almost a minute. Finally, my father whispered, "We're going back inside." "What?" Emma stared at him. "Why?" "We'll wait until morning. The road is snowed in. We'll leave then." None of us wanted to argue. Back inside, the cabin felt warmer, almost welcoming. Too welcoming. The smell of fresh bread had returned. But this time, there was another smell. Apple pie. My grandmother used to bake apple pie every Sunday. My mother froze, no. On the dining table sat 6 plates. Not 5, 6. My father counted them twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're only 5 people. Nobody answered. Then Ben quietly asked, "Who's sitting there?" He pointed to the 6th chair. It was empty. Or at least, it looked empty. The chair slowly pulled itself away from the table, just a few inches, as if someone invisible had sat down. The floorboards creaked beneath unseen weight. Then a spoon lifted by itself. It stirred an empty bowl. Round and round, round and round. My mother screamed. The spoon dropped. Silence. That night, nobody slept. Around midnight, the power went out again. This time, only for a second. When the lights returned, the family photographs had changed, again. Now, every photo contains 6 people. My father, my mother, Emma, Ben, me, and another little girl, around 10 years old. She stood beside us in every picture, smiling, holding Ben's hand. None of us recognized her. Then Ben whispered, "That's Lily." We all turned toward him. "Who's Lily?" He looked confused. "My sister." The room became silent. Emma laughed nervously. "Ben, you don't have another sister." He frowned. "Yes, I do. She sleeps upstairs." My mother's face turned white. "We only have 3 children." Ben slowly shook his head. "No, we have 4. He pointed toward the staircase. "Lily is waiting." At that exact moment, tiny footsteps echoed from the 2nd floor. Tap, tap, slow, light, like a child walking barefoot. Everyone heard them. No one moved. The footsteps crossed the hallway, stopped, directly above us. Then, a small voice giggled. Emma covered her mouth. My father grabbed a flashlight. "I'm ending this." He climbed the stairs. I followed him. Every bedroom door was closed, except one, the smallest bedroom. The door stood halfway open. Inside, a little bed rocked gently by itself. Back and forth, back and forth. A stuffed rabbit sat on the pillow. Fresh footprints, the size of a child's, covered the dusty floor, and it's leading to the closet. My father slowly reached for the closet handle. He counted under his breath. 1, 2, 3. He pulled it open. Empty. Nothing inside. Then we heard Ben downstairs. "Dad?" His voice sounded distant, almost frightened. "Hurry." "Grandma says Lily doesn't like strangers." The bedroom door slammed shut behind us. The flashlight went out, and in the darkness, a little girl's voice whispered, "Welcome home, big brother."